All right, let's dive right into this explainer and completely reset what you think you know about BlackBerry. Seriously, forget the physical keyboards for a second. Today, we're unpacking their Q1 fiscal year 2027 earnings report, and we're looking at a company that has entirely transformed itself into a high-margin software and cybersecurity powerhouse.
Here's the roadmap for our explainer today. We'll start by looking at the fact that the turnaround is complete, then master the Rule of 40, dive into QNX as the growth engine, look at secure comms as the stable foundation, and finally, translate all that growth into cash.
So, starting off with Section 1, the turnaround is complete and they are building a new foundation.
To see just how solidified this new foundation really is, take a look at this number. BlackBerry posted roughly $5 million in operating cash flow in Q1. Now, why is that a big deal? Because it's their very first positive Q1 cash generation in 9 long years. Yep, you heard that right. After almost a decade of burning cash in the first quarter, the machine is finally generating it.
And hey, this didn't just happen by accident. To get to this point, they basically executed a ruthless turnaround checklist. We're talking a methodical cost-based reset, an aggressive simplification of their portfolio, and some serious execution discipline across the board just to make the business viable again.
Moving right along to Section 2, Mastering the Rule of 40, the ultimate metric of success.
If you track tech stocks, you know the Rule of 40 is basically the gold standard. It signals this elite operational balance. Essentially, if you add your year-over-year revenue growth percentage to your profit margin percentage, specifically your adjusted EBITDA margin, and that number hits 40 or higher, you are operating at an elite tier. It proves you aren't just buying growth at the expense of profit, or, squeezing out profits by totally killing your growth. It means you are perfectly balanced.
So, what exactly is driving this profitable growth? Well, what's really fascinating about this next phase is unpacking the exact business units creating this immense value. Like, how is BlackBerry suddenly hitting these elite benchmarks? Ultimately, it comes down to 2 distinct, highly powerful segments operating in perfect tandem.
Which brings us to Section 3, QNX, the growth engine for software-defined physicals and physical AI. Just look at the absolute profitability of QNX here. They brought in roughly $72 million in revenue. That is a 26% jump year over year that actually beat their own guidance. But really, notice the profit. A massive 52% surge in adjusted EBITDA up to $19 million, paired with a jaw-dropping 86% gross margin. I mean, that right there is the definition of a highly scalable software model.
And all of this is being fueled by the massive transition to software-defined vehicles. Think of it like cars becoming giant computers on wheels, powered by BlackBerry's safety-certified operating systems. But it goes way beyond cars now. Their integration with auto development platforms and these huge partnerships with silicon giants, we're talking NVIDIA, Qualcomm, ARM, they're pushing QNX straight into the incredibly lucrative physical AI space. So think robotics, industrial automation, even medical devices. It's huge.
Now, on the flip side, we have Section 4, Secure Comms, the stable foundation providing predictable, recurring revenue.
This segment alone boasts an annual recurring revenue, or ARR, of $220 million. And you know what's fantastic about this number? It is completely stabilized sequentially, and it's actually up 5% year over year. Let's be real, in the wildly unpredictable world of tech, having a baseline of $220 million flowing in predictably every single year, that is a massive strategic advantage. Their underlying revenue model for secure comms beautifully balances an 80% stable recurring base with a 20% slice of transaction-based government demand. Because, yes, governments around the world still absolutely rely on BlackBerry for mission-critical secure communication. And that provides this active pipeline for large revenue spikes right on top of that stable subscription-like foundation.
Pair that structure with a 92% dollar-based net retention rate, and you get an incredibly healthy signal of long-term customer loyalty. Basically, once an organization integrates BlackBerry's secure comms, they stick around. It proves the product is incredibly sticky, it's reliable, and it's deeply embedded into their clients' everyday operational security.
All right, bringing it all together with Section 5, translating growth into cash, the true payoff of execution.
So remember that Rule of 40 we defined a few minutes ago? Well, the absolute standout revelation of this entire report is that both business segments achieved it simultaneously in Q1. Guys, it is super rare for even one division of a transitioning company to hit that combined metric of growth and profitability, let alone both the QNX engine and the Secure Comms Foundation at the exact same time. It's really impressive.
This elite dual-engine execution translates to a total company revenue of roughly $153 million, which blew right past their top-end guidance. And even better, total company adjusted EBITDA came in at $36 million. To put that into perspective, that 24% margin represents a literal doubling of their EBITDA year over year. It proves that top-line growth is actually translating into real profit.
And here is the ultimate proof of sustainable profitability, a fifth consecutive positive quarter of standard GAAP net income. So this isn't just some one-off lucky quarter based on cleverly adjusted metrics. No, it's a sustained, predictable trend of a company operating fully in the black.
So, as BlackBerry officially closes the book on its hardware past and drives forward with incredible software profitability, we really have to ask, is this currently the most successful tech metamorphosis of the decade? I mean, they survived the death of their original core business, restructured completely, and have now emerged as a profitable, dual-engine software leader powering physical AI and secure government comms. It really makes you wonder which other legacy tech giants could learn a thing or two from the BlackBerry playbook. Anyway, thanks so much for joining me on this explainer today, and I hope it provided a totally fresh perspective on the modern BlackBerry.